Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about a few new cereals that just recently hit shelves. And these cereals all have one thing in common. They're tied into popular animated movies. Now the first cereal is about an animated movie that was just released, Minions. Now if you haven't heard of this movie or these little guys, you must be living under a rock, because this movie has been marketed like crazy. From food products to Amazon Prime boxes to giant displays on movie theaters, these Minions have been impossible to avoid over the past few months. Kids love these little weird yellow guys who speak gibberish, and it seems that adults love them too. Although I think John Hamm nailed the reason behind that.
I think the reason they're appealing to adults is because they look like capsules. They look like pills.
That's interesting.
So people are like, oh, I'm used to that.
Right.
I'm into it.
Anyway, I don't know much about this movie or this franchise because I'm not a kid and I don't have kids. But General Mills clearly understands their appeal, and they recently released Minion Cereal, which, I gotta admit, looks kinda cool. You can see here it says it has a banana berry flavor, which is a flavor I haven't seen in cereals since Urkelos was released back in 1991. From the box, it looks like there are little squares of wheat and rice cereal with images of the Minions stamped on them. On the back of this box here, they have a Spot the Difference game. There are 10 things different about these two pictures. Oh, and I guess these three guys are named Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. Alright, let's open it. So as you can see, the box is a little misleading. It's very hard to make out the Minion stamped on the pieces of this cereal. And as you can see, this cereal is basically the same as Cinnamon Toast Crunch, just a different flavor. So here's what a bowl of this stuff looks like. If you couldn't smell the berry flavor, you'd think it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Gotta say, it's pretty good. The banana and berry flavor are kind of subtle. It's not too strong, not too sweet. So even though I won't see this movie, the cereal is definitely worth my time. I hope it stays on shelves. But I imagine it's only available for a limited time until the next animated movie craze comes along. Speaking of animated movies, DreamWorks is a company that has its share of animated films, which is why Mom Brands recently paired with them to release 4 new cereals. First up, Dragon Adventure Crunch from How to Train Your Dragon. And you can see from the box here, this one looks like it's just a version of Oops All Berry cereal. The back of the box is fun. They have these fun kid games you can play, including matching dragons, and they teach you how to draw your own dragon. Let's open it up and take a look. So here's what a bowl of Dragon Adventure Crunch looks like. You can see they look just like Captain Crunch Crunch Berries. And they taste just like Crunch Berries too. But I love me some Crunch Berries, so I'm not complaining. Next up is Shrek Ogre O's. This isn't the first Shrek cereal to be released. I'll cover that in another video. Now this one here just looks like Fruit Loops. And I guess maybe they included a few extra green O's just to make it more Shrek inspired. Again, the back of this box is fun, geared towards kids. They have a Spot the Difference game, and they have a little tutorial on drawing the Puss in Boots character. They definitely smell like Fruit Loops. And they taste like Fruit Loops too. So here's what a bowl of Shrek Ogre O's looks like. You can see the ratio of green colored O's is definitely higher than the other colors. That's kind of a clever gimmick to take a generic cereal like Fruit Loops and make it your own by just adding more green. Next up is Penguin's Chocolate Mix Cereal. Now I never saw this movie, but I know Benedict Cumberbatch does the voice of one of the characters. I know that because it's funny listening to Benedict Cumberbatch say the word penguins.
So why are these woodlands so attractive to penguins? A freshwater stream through the forest makes a handy highway for a parent penguin heading home from a fishing trip.
Okay, so you can see from the front of the box that this cereal just looks like Cocoa Pebbles with marshmallows. I'm not sure what that has to do with penguins, but whatever. And again, more kid stuff on the back of this one. They have a fun secret code you can try to decipher, and again, they have a little drawing lesson for kids. Okay, so here's what a bowl of this penguin cereal looks like. You can see the marshmallows look like those little marshmallows you put in hot cocoa. I like this much better than Cocoa Pebbles. They must use a different chocolate flavor or something. Okay, and finally, saving the best for last, Madagascar's Smores Jungle Party Cereal. Now, I've never seen this movie, but this cereal looks amazing. It's Golden Grams, Cocoa Puffs, and marshmallows. And again, this isn't the first s'mores cereal to hit the market, but when we're lacking a good s'mores cereal right now, this one fills the hole. And here's the back of this box. There are no drawing instructions on this one, but they have a fun game of Spot the Animals and some fun sayings for kids. So there's Madagascar S'mores Jungle Party Cereal. Man, this stuff looks good. You can see that little dusting of sugar over the cereal. Now the key is to get a bite with all 3 flavors on it. So good. Next best thing to making actual s'mores. Although I will say it's not as good as my favorite s'mores cereal of all time, but it's still pretty good. And it should also be noted that all these mom brand cereals are cheaper than their counterparts, and they taste just as good, if not better. Now I think these DreamWorks cereals might only be at Walmart, but these Minion cereals should be available everywhere. So get out there and try these new cereals. Okay, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay crunchy. I just don't get the appeal. What's so funny about them?
Cereal